2.5 years been a long damn time, man, to be out. To be out of the ring fighting, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause them first couple of hits, I'm like, damn, I came back to this bullshit. Like, I can't believe I came back to this. But, you know, as the fight progressed, I started having fun, a little too much fun. Got that little flash knockdown, and then in the last one, I can't. I'm like, I couldn't believe myself. My brother cussing me out, and he's like, "Nigga, you gotta stay fucking disciplined. You gotta stay." And I'm like, okay, I heard everything, but in my mind, I went out the next one. I said, fuck that. I got to get that back. So tried to close the show, and the crowd enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it, and I miss this shit so much, man. I love boxing. Thank you, Salute.
Tony here, Isaiah with WGIV Local 4. Obviously, it's been a while since you've been in the ring. The crowd was amazing tonight. Did all that kind of get in your head as like you were trying to complete your game plan a little bit, like you wanted to put on the show for the fans as well? Because I saw it seemed as if like you were trying to settle in for the first couple of rounds, and you did get comfortable, but you did have that one moment where you got caught.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's boxing, man. It's boxing, and when I got caught, it wasn't even like a punch that hurt me. I was really kind of already falling off balance. It was kind of a flash, and I should have did 5 push-ups because I owed that. I owed that at the moment. It wasn't nothing that hurt me or nothing, but I owed that for not being disciplined to my dog because, for the last 3 months when fights was falling through, that's all we kind of been working on is locking in and staying disciplined because for me, it's not offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I can land. I feel like I'm Steph Curry. I can land any shot when I want to land shots. So I think for me, it's staying disciplined and being defensively responsible. So, it happened. It happened, but when I tell you it brought me to life, it brought me back to life. In the last round, all I heard was the crowd, and I played into it, and I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and I missed this shit.
Kyle Collison, knockouts and 3 counts of body slam.net. Before the fight, we talked about, what this chapter of your career was going to be. You told me that it was going to be the gentleman and that you were going to let your hands do the talking. I think we can all agree that, you got to get the ring rust off you in this fight. You got to face some adversity in this fight, having to get up off the floor. Now that you've made it through your first fight back, since your return to boxing, what are your thoughts as far as your overall performance, and are you still on the same tip as before the fight where you want to keep the consistency?
For sure, I think I gave, being off 2.5 years, I gave a lot of flashes of who I am and who I was. I think the jab is still fucking amazing. I think I still got the best jab in boxing. I think I couldn't miss. But like I said, it's just locking in, and that's what me and my brother doing. It's just locking in defensively and not having bad body language and not getting caught with shots that I just got caught with in the couple shots I did get caught with. But I feel like overall my timing was pretty good. I give myself being on 2.5 years. I feel like I did pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I was that far off. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, being with Salida, he gonna do his part. I'm gonna do my part, and hopefully I'll be back in before the year's out or like October or something like that because I'm looking to stand in the gym, and I just want to stay in the gym, and I promise you, the more fights I have, the harder it is for everybody to beat me because I'm trouble. My speed was still there, my sharpness was still there, my jab was still fucking on point, and that's the key to winning everything to me. You know what I mean? But just being more consistent with it, being defensively responsible, and that's just gonna come with just fighting. It don't come with training. It don't come with being in the gym. It don't come with sparring. It come with fighting. And me and Salida worked out a deal. We shook each other's hand, and he gonna keep his word. I'm gonna keep mine, and I promise you, you'll see me for this title run.
All right, the other question I got for you, man, you really kind of got to kick the energy off here a little Caesar, getting to talk about what you've been doing in the city. I got to be there at Superbad, see what you're doing with the kids and see what you're doing here in Detroit. But I got to ask you, since we saw what happened with Rick Ross bringing out Claressa, you got to tell me, talk to me about the energy, having Vezzo and Babyface Ray play you out like that, having the whole arena singing along with it. You had a 7 Mile sign with you, man. Talk to me about having that kind of energy and getting to bring that back to the city.
Hey, that was some ghetto shit, wasn't it? like me and my boys, man. All I care about, to be honest, man, is when I do shows in Detroit. Like I said, I thank Salita, Steve, 313 Win. I thank these guys, man, for giving me the creative freedom to, just kind of freestyle and just be me. And today was a great part of you all seeing Tony Harrison just be Tony Harrison, the vibrantness, the way I came out, the love for the crowd. I feel like the fight I had was the fight that needed to be seen to get the crowd going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the adversity I had, and like I said, people gonna talk because I feel like I had a stellar. I feel like my performance besides the knockdown was fucking stellar. I feel like I was on point. I felt like that was stellar, but I needed that adversity for people to be like, oh yeah, he ain't got it. I want to fight him. I'm ready to fight him. And guess what they're gonna do? Call Salita, and guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna fuck their ass up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving these guys something to say. I'm giving these guys a reason to fight me because a lot of times it's hard to get fights, but giving these guys a reason to fight me. I'm no cherry picker. I'm no easy pickings either. So tonight, fighting in the city of Detroit, it's nothing like it. It's no better city in the world, man, than fighting in this place, man. You heard it round of 10, and even though I heard my brother like, get the fuck out of there, get the fuck out. I'm like, my boy, I can't do that right now. I'm in the phone booth, and I'll be pussy as hell if I leave and he don't leave. You know what I'm saying? So, like that last round was everything, man. That last round, but it just I just wanted to, show the world like I've never been knocked down and went forward. I've never been knocked down and came back like that. So it just showed the world like the weight change was everything because if I probably would have got knocked down at 154, it would have probably been bad. I probably wouldn't have still had no legs or none of that. So I felt good, but like I said, that just being disciplined, like giving myself something to work on, and that's just being disciplined because there's no way that guy should have knocked me down, but it raised my blood pressure and all the fighting went out the window and I became a fighter again and the crowd loved it and we kind of warmed them up for the GWOAT coming up and I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Last question.
I got caught with the free press. It kind of seemed like somewhere around the third or fourth round, you found your rhythm and started not letting Diaz quite get so close, started using your reach a little bit more. Was there a moment where it kind of all clicked for you? Was there any moment in there where you kind of feel like the rust really shake off and you'd be like, I'm back?
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm kind of a slow starter. If you kind of watch me spar, I'm a slow starter. I don't really start like real fast. I don't you know what I mean? Like I'm like a lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? Like the motor ain't that goddamn powerful, but when that bitch get to going, it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like that. So the more the rounds went on, the more I felt comfortable, the more I felt sharper, the more I start clicking more, and like that's kind of what it's all about. Like I said, I've been off 2.5 years, man, and I feel like I give myself a beat besides the knockdown. If the knockdown don't come, round 10 don't come like that. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of complacent and I skate through. I still move around and I skate through untouchable. But I needed that knockdown to kind of spice this shit up and get a crowd a great showing, man. And it's amazing. And not only that, man, this is my son's first time watching me fight, man. And when he impressed, it's a good thing to impress that little motherfucker. Because when he impressed, man, I know I did some shit. Because him and my nieces impressed me. They like, oh, you did good. So like I said, they don't really understand that their uncle got, that they gonna talk about their uncle getting knocked down. But like I said, that shit was some bullshit, man. And I came to round 10, I'm like, I can't believe, I'm just walking to the corner, I cannot fucking believe this. Like, after doing all this hard work and moving and jabbing, I couldn't fucking believe it. And I'm just like, dude, you gotta get this shit back. But, you know, like I said, the last round was everything. The crowd enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. My opponent enjoyed it. And like I said, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover because I think the way his body was, I was ripping body shot, but it seemed like that motherfucker had like blubber around that motherfucker or something, like a penguin or something. Like he didn't feel like, but it's crazy. It's like I didn't budge him. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like them shots that I was in there with didn't budge him. But like I said, all in all, I think my fight warmed up the crowd for Claressa fight, and Claressa closed the show. And everybody did their thing. Price did his thing. My lady next to that, she did her thing. And I think the crowd got their money's worth today, and I got my money's worth. And like I said, you know, as long as Salita keep me busy, these boys gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And Salita, if I can fight next month, month after that, you know what I'm saying?
Next week, baby.
Listen to me, dude. This marriage that we in, dude, no homo. This marriage that we in gonna be a good one, man. When I tell you we're gonna make a lot of money together, bro, I'm gonna make you proud, bro. And I'm telling you, the more I fight, the better I'm gonna get, the more discipline I'm gonna get, because that's all I'm really working on is being disciplined. Being out 2.5 years, I thought that last round showed that I was capable of doing that rounds before, and if I'd have did that rounds before, I don't think we would have went to the last round. But
So we can have this discussion in public. A lot of people before the fight were saying, "You think Tony has got this? You think he still has some left? You think he want? You know, he should be making a comeback, etc., etc., etc." And then watching you fight, using that good jab, using your intelligence, being defensively conscious and smart, and being around Hopkins after you were Roy Jones at the beginning of your career was really great to see, and you displayed some incredible boxing IQ. Perfect guy for you to come back with.
I agree.
Get the rounds, get the rust off, and great that you don't have to struggle to make weight. I believe you're going to be forced in the middleweight division and bring another world title back to the city of Detroit.
Salita, listen to me. They can't fuck with me.
All right.
And that's on my soul. The more, like I said, give me another fight like that or two like that, and then listen to me, toss me in the water. I don't need no life jacket. Toss me in the deep end, and I promise you I'm gonna come out swimming. But
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Thank you to your
Tony.
family. Thank you.
Thank you, Price, and thank you, Sammy. The vote is on her way.